Hi, so this is an Algebra 2 video, and we are right in the first section, 1.1. And so part D of our lesson talks about rate of change. Now, I'm going to preface this. I'm not going to give the official rate of change formula because I think it's too difficult to memorize. And I feel that the method that I'm going to teach you works just as well, and you'll get the answers correct. So this is not like the official rate of change video. So, rate of change. What you need to do is, let's define it. How the slope changes between 2 points. Okay? And all of this is going to be along the x-axis, as if we were doing domain. Okay? So the first little image that I got up here talks about, I would say, where does my rate of change between A and B? The reason you need a ruler is because you're going to draw a line from A and B, and then you're just going to rise and run. And I want to know, I don't follow the curve. I just look at the two dots and I connect these two dots. Connect this dot and this dot, and it makes a line, and then you would just rise and run. You count. How many up did I go? How many to the right did I go? So, with that, let's start. Here we go. What do the average rate of change over the intervals? What is the average rate of change over the intervals? That means between -2 and 0, how did the line change? And this is actually pretty ridiculous because you guys, there's no change. So look at that. Here's -2, and I'll do it in a different color. Here's -2. Here's 0. You guys, what's the rise and the run of this segment between -2 and 0? What's the slope? 0. The slope is 0. So the rate of change, ROC, now we're not using the official formula. I already said that. We're just doing a quicker version. All right, here we go. This one is between -2 and 3. Can you please draw the boundary lines on that interval? Draw a line at -2. Then draw a line at 3. In between -2 and 3, use your ruler. Connect the dots, la, 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 la. Connect these dots right here. Okay. Your job is to figure out this line that I just drew. How does that line rise and run? So, did you notice that every box 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units? Every box is 2 units. Be careful when you count. Start at this lower box, rise and run, and tell me how many rises we did. Notice how it says it's at 9. Okay, ready? Rise. 2, 4, 5. That's 9, isn't it? Do you guys see how I started here? I went up 5, 2, 4, 5. Everybody clear on that? Yeah. Look at yours. You went up 5 to get to 9, right? Yeah. My rise is 5. Now, run over to that dot. Every box is 2. Go ahead. Run over. 2, 4, go. You guys, the run is by ones. 1, 2. The run is by ones. Right? Yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful. So when you run, count by ones. 1, 2, go.
3, 4,
Is it 4 or 5? 5? 5 over? Okay. That means that my rate of change over the interval between -2 and 3 is 1. You have to draw that line with your ruler for this to work. Let's do the bottom ones together. Between -2 and 0. -2, draw a dot, and 0. Between -2 and 0. Okay. The line's already drawn for you. Isn't that nice? So, can you please rise and run? What is it? You have to rise. Start on the left. Start on the left. So you rise down. What is it? Rise how many down? Run how many over?
4.
From dot to dot. All we care about is dot to dot. In between -2 and 0.
Oh, I'm so talking.
Rise and run. What is it?
2.
Down 2.
2.
2 over. Okay, ready? Rise. -2. Run. +2. What does that reduce to? -1. You guys, it's a downhill line, isn't it negative? All right. In between 0 and 3. In between 0 and 3. Mark it. Here's 0 and here's 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's off. That's fine. It's probably one more box up. Okay, count the slope. Here's my line between 0 and 3. It's right here. Yeah? What's the slope of that line between 0 and 3? Rise and run. Figure it out. Go ahead. Rise what? Run what? Between 0 and 3. So here's your boundaries. They're your intervals between start at 0 and to 3. 0, 3. And then rise and run. Rise, 3. What's my rise and what's my run? 3 over 3. Do you guys see that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 over 3. The rate of change is +1. All you're doing is looking at your boundary. Where do I start? Where do I stop? And you draw a line to connect it. Turn the page. Some of them are pretty easy. Okay, let's go to number 2. Everyone, let's do number 2 together. This is going to be your homework 1 through 8. Can you please make an interval line at -4? That's where you begin. Go to -4 and make a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then make a dot where the line hits and go to 0. And make a dot where the line hits. Between -4 and 0. You can use your ruler if you want. But it's already there, right? That's where you're supposed to find your rate of change. Count. Between those two red lines, what's my rise and what's my run? What'd you get? How many did you rise? How many did you run? You rose 2, yes? 1, 2. Then you ran 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Can you change number 4 to be between -2 and 3? It's a typo. It should say 3. That means, guys, -2 is right here. 3 is right here. Draw your line to connect those dots. That red line that I just drew on number 4, that's your rise and run. Okay, stop. Will you be able to do 1 through 8?
Yeah.
These tell you where you start and where you stop. So you draw your lines. And then you connect and rise and run.
Oh, no.
So this number 4, you had to connect rise and run. Okay? I'm going to stop the video and stop recording.